The What's Happening Hoke show is filmed before a live audience and is brought to you by Rockfish Motor Speedway, the Rock of Hoke, Nunboys.com, and GPS Photography and Video, GPSPhotoandVideo.com. What's happening, Hoke? And we're back, and it's time to talk some sports.
I don't know a ton about politics, but this is one I can talk about.
This one you can talk about? Well, let's go straight to the Rock of Hoke. What do we got on the results?
Well, I want to start by saying everyone loved the wingless race.
Wasn't it great? I mean, the thing, what I did not see, everybody was expecting all these wrecks, cars would be out of control. I mean,
and I do want to point out the person that won that race,
Matt Carr.
Didn't he say he hated running wingless?
You know, I look back at the video, and you know, I interviewed him. Matt Carr said that he liked wings on because it suited his style of racing.
He was an orange blur.
But when I interviewed him, he reversed himself. He said, no, I like it with the wings off.
Well,
he
yeah,
was literally,
too, if I won.
He was drifting around the track. You know, I mean, he looked like Tokyo Drift because he was getting after it. And couldn't catch him. He found a groove line that worked with him, and he was rolling. Brittany Trogdon spun out. Her and Matt Jones, I think, got together.
Gary Jacobson.
The 29, Gary Jacobson. So he was out for the race, so that was frustrating.
I know
Mark Jones got spun, the number 5 car, Josh Smith, he got spun out, so that was the only 2 instances. But other than that, man, it was an exciting race. I mean, it wasn't like everything we were talking about, you're going to see all these wrecks and cars going to be out of control. Didn't see.
Well, everybody behaved themselves.
Yeah, well, they race cars.
They hadn't really done it before. They could have pushed the issue.
I guess because it was so new. You think they were holding back because it was so new?
I'm sure some of them were.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, man, when they wreck their cars, they're pretty much out for the season. Tim Atkins was back.
Oh, yeah.
And that was good to see him because he had been out for a long time with the crash.
Well, you know, his wife just had a baby.
Yeah, so well, that'll keep you.
That will tie up some of your time.
Yeah, he might want to stay on him a couple weeks. But who's the leader in the pro car, mini car?
Let me see. Mini Pro go-kart winner was Levi Brown again.
He's leading in the points there.
No, he's still second because
he's still second.
Races.
Really? I just tell you got the race. You got the race. And with 10 weeks in the books, half the season is over. And man, if you miss races, and everybody says, well, it's not all about points, but you gotta race to at least stay in the point standing. And you can imagine, we'd hit double points.
Well, since the go-karts have missed 2 races, we did decide to do double points for the go-karts on August 1st, which is going to be Miller's Automotive Night.
Okay.
Another local account.
So next, Miller's Automotive on 1 August, double points just for the Mini Pro?
Just for the 2 go-kart classes.
The Mini Pro and the Pro cars.
The president hasn't decided when we're going to do the second day.
Bill Dover hasn't decided. You know, I asked him to come on the show. Yeah, he said, I have to think about that, man. So hopefully Bill Dover will be on the show with the choir.
He's on vacation too, maybe he's without
him and Hal went to the mountains. Or at least he went when there was no racing this weekend.
Right.
And Hal just, anyway. So
let's see. Back to the finishing results here. Let's see. We had Levi won.
Josh Gomez was in the pro cars.
Pro go-karts. Number 8 for Eddie Daniels.
8 wins. Eddie Daniels, I mean, he's back on a streak. 2 in a row. Eddie Daniels, Billy Gomez Jr. Fast Eddie Daniels, Billy Gomez Jr. 10 weeks in a row we've been talking about those 2 guys. Is anybody else going to stand up? I mean, what do you want to say that, and I said it before, what do you want to say, Billy Gomez is 2-8? Or Fast Eddie Daniels is 8-2? Where's everybody else at?
Well, I will say this. I did have some time to talk with Billy about his other car and how bad it was. He just told me, don't worry about it. He's got a surprise in the works.
Really?
Wouldn't say what it was.
I think he says he hits like 6 or 7 Legends cars. And I think, you know, just outside looking in, he had the white 66 car, which looked really good out there.
Oh, yeah.
But I think just the thing of him tuning it in, you know, and getting it ready. But, you know, we saw that 2 weeks before, he was giving Eddie everything that he could handle. And then actually beat Eddie, ending his streak. But every week that Eddie has won, Eddie Daniels, you know, Billy Gomez Jr. has been second. So in the points, they're neck and neck.
I think they're 265. They are 14 points apart right now.
14 points apart. I mean, so a slight separation. The only thing that would have helped it Fast Eddie Daniels anymore was if it would have been double points. Then we'd have seen him go to spread.
Double points is coming. We haven't figured that out yet.
Half the season is in the books, 10 weeks. So when we look at the 600s, it was funny to me when you start talking about it's Matt Jones, right? We're trying to keep up with the Joneses.
Yes.
Matt Jones and Mark Jones. Mark Jones won't give me any. Matt Jones in the Bubblicious 270. It's not pink. It's the Bubblicious number 14.
Yep.
He's leading in the points.
He's
in the
leading
270
and 600.
and he's leading in the 600. And you talk about your virtual Tony Stewart. You know how Tony Stewart used to run the Coca-Cola 600 and then fly in.
Run the
Indianapolis 500 and fly in and run the 600. I mean, it sort of reminds me of that. And so and I asked him because you're so focused on that 270 race, and you got really, hey, I got to get ready for this next race. And then guess who's second behind him? His brother.
Yeah.
So that's funny in the 600, not the 270. So it's funny to me. So we're trying to keep up with the Joneses, but man, he's been in the money the last 2 weeks. And now he's leading in both the 270 and the 600.
And he's running good in both. He's not sacrificing one
exactly
to focus his time on the other.
He is running hard in both. I mean, he was right on Brittany Trogdon in week 9. Matt Carr, he was right behind him this week in week 10. So I mean, it's been exciting to watch, man. It really has.
And let me see what else we got. The 8th will be Click's Nursery Night.
Click's Nursery on the 8th of August.
Off on the 15th, and then the 22nd will be sponsored by Ashley Heights Sand, and you will finally get to see the mod lights.
And the thing about the mile light race on the 22nd, we're going to talk about it a little bit more in the next segment as we're going to take a break and talk some football. August 22nd, August 21st is the HappeningHoke night on kickoff at Ras Arthur Stadium against New Hanover. So they're going to have all the race cars out there, obviously some mile lights, and then on Saturday, the mile light race. So that's going to be exciting. But let's take a break. We're going to come back, we're going to talk some Hoke County football, and then we'll wrap it up.